Hi everyone, how we doing tonight? Thank you so much for tuning in here. You got Rob and Ann here, and we're going to do let's chat. We're going to do a little bit of talking about how I've lost my weight. Here I've got 48 pounds down. I got another 50 pounds to go, and I am taking you along on this journey. And I'm just no expert here whatsoever. I mean, heck, guys, I'm lucky I can make an egg break open, let alone fry it up, but I can cook pretty good and pretty well. I don't want to be thought of as someone who has even proper English as far as that goes, but we're going to have a good time here. We're going to learn a few things, and I'm really going to show you how the everyday normal person, such as myself, the different avenues that you can take to learn all the different things there is to learn. Because let's face it, most people, this is not their first journey as far as dieting goes, and I don't like that word any more than anybody else does. But basically, you kind of need to know what you can look into, just like you have looked here on YouTube and found me, and I appreciate you so much. So if you would, just kind of go ahead and subscribe, because we're going to do a lot more videos like this. It's going to be fun and educational and all that goody good stuff. We're going to make some recipes, but tonight we're going to talk about some of the things that I found right here in this little old magazine. One of those, people might call it junk magazines, but I call it very informative magazines that you find right there on your counter as you're checking out at the store. And it's basically, let me find it's a First magazine, guys. That's all it is. And if the gentlemen are joining in, hey, the information that I'm going to give is even good for you. Just because it's coming out of this magazine does not mean that you can't stay tuned and check everything out. So please sit right back, grab yourself something to drink, and relax. It's a beautiful day. That's why I decided to sit outside with you today. I've got my door right here. Hopefully nobody comes out and knocks me over like, hey, what are you doing out there? But I don't promote drinking Diet Pop, but that's what I'm taking a sip of. Just to wet my whistle before we get to talking here. So I really do appreciate you guys coming in. So sit back and let's just talk and see some of the stuff that I've found rather interesting in this magazine. So I'm not going to waste all your time. So let's get right to it, all right? One of the first things that I wanted to say is, especially on a low-carb and a keto diet, a lot of times they promote eating cheese and drinking heavy whipping cream, or, you know, you don't want to do the milk because milk has too much sugar in it. But even heavy whipping cream is a milk product, and this article that I found even talks about swapping out milk and replace it with something different, because milk has hormones in it, which is a cancer-causing agent. I'll read this article to you because I don't want you thinking, well, what the heck is she talking about? She don't know what she's talking about. What she talking about? This is what she's talking about. Okay. It says, the title, Milk Swap Reduces Cancer Risk. All right. This is the magazine, not me. Okay, listen up. Opting for a glass of almond milk instead of a dairy milk can lower your risk of breast cancer. Breast cancer, I lost my place. According to investigators at Loma Linda University in California. Their study linked drinking 2 cups of dairy milk daily to an 80% increase in breast cancer risk, and as little as 1/4 of a cup daily increased risk by 30%. Heck, you can use that much in your cup of coffee in the morning. So you might want to listen up, especially if things pop up and you don't understand why they're happening. Most dairy milk contains hormones, and having excessive hormones can promote the growth and spread of cancer cells, especially in hormone-sensitive illnesses like breast cancer. Researchers say replacing dairy milk with non-dairy alternatives when possible reduce the risk. And you go, well, I don't like almond milk, or I can't drink almond milk. What about coconut cream? Coconut milk also, there's other milks out there. And if you're not doing a keto or low carb, there's oat milk, there's rice milk, there's a lot of other milk substitutes. So depending on your goal, there's a lot of replacements out there, and once you get used to it, you get used to it. So don't think that you're someone, I can't do. Yes, you can. All right? Yes, you can. All right. That's really informative, I think. Thank you first. All right. Let's go on. Surprise. Surprise, it says. Surprise. Timing tweak melts off 122% more weight. I guess when I first read this, I thought it said timing twerk melts off 102. Twerk. I was like, really? And then I read it again and it says tweak, not twerk. Let's read this article and maybe you'll excuse my confusion. Intermittent fasting powers off more pounds than the paleo or Mediterranean diets. I'm all for intermittent fasting. If you want to know more about what it is, put intermittent fasting or IF in the comments and we'll talk more about that, okay? And maybe I'll do a whole episode on that. And anyhow, a study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that subjects who followed an intermittent fasting diet for a year, eating 500, 600 calories for 2 days a week and 1,800 to 3,000 calories the other days, lost 43% more weight than those on the Mediterranean diet and 122% more on those on the paleo diet. Intermittent fasting is less restrictive about what foods can be eaten, and researchers said that made it easier for subjects to stick to a long diet long term. Okay? All right, you see how that works? If you don't know about intermittent fasting, again, put a question mark. Put intermittent fasting or hey, Robin Ann, what's this intermittent fasting you talk about? Again, I'll make an episode on it. I just want to know, are you interested in something like that? Because intermittent fasting has helped me, especially on those 48 pounds that I just lost. It's going to help me on my next 50 pounds. And it actually was helping me all through the years. And everybody was telling me how bad it was. I shouldn't have listened to them. I should have listened to me and my body. Look what my body knew. Look what my body knew. Is that a song? Let's make it into one. So if you got a song there. Sorry. That is just Diet Pop. Okay. Let's see. Let's go on. This one right here. I don't even want to give this one credence because it's the title is Caffeine Boosts Mood and Focus. Well, why do you think that we drink coffee in the morning? Of course it boosts my mood and my focus. Try a day without no coffee. We'll see about my mood and my lack of focus. So, we'll just pass on by. We're going on to the next one. Okay, now we got these question and answer type section, okay? It says, help! I'm exhausted and gaining weight. That's the title. Here's the question. Slim. I guess slim is on my mind. Excuse me. Since turning 50, my energy has plummeted. I'm grumpy constantly and I've gained 10 pounds. My doctor says it's just part of aging. Is there anything I can do? Okay, here's the answer. It sounds like you could have estrogen dominance. Studies show that after age 50, we're talking about females, I do believe here, progesterone, if I could say that, production drops by 75%. Wow. And estrogen only falls by 35%, creating an imbalance that causes blue moods, fatigue, and weight gain. Thankfully, it's easy to restore hormone balance and your health. The key, enjoying fiber-rich foods like beans, seeds, berries, and leafy greens. Fiber feeds the healthy bacteria living in the gut, which ensures that excessive estrogen is removed from the body instead of recirculated. All told, Women who fill up on fiber report feeling more energized in 1 week. And also found that subjects who adopt a fiber-rich diet lost 101% more belly fat than those who didn't. Also smart. Going meatless 1 day a week, or according to researchers, one meatless meal triples the amount of estrogen removed from the body and lowers overall levels by 20%. What do you know? Now, here's Robin's take on that. I'm no expert, so this is why it's my take on this, all right? I love how a doctor says it's part of aging. I have 5 fingers, and there's one that I'm willing to give that doctor. Give me a break. I understand that there's things that, especially women and even men, go through when they get older. But just because someone asks a question that the answer is kind of, basically it's the fact that you're aging, that's not what a person's looking for. They want an answer, okay? Now, with this, I am up in the air about fiber. I do believe fiber is good for most people, and I do believe that fiber has its place in your diet. But I also believe that fiber for some can be treacherous. Again, you got to know your own body. I think that's what a lot of this journey has been for me, that I have learned, that you have to learn you. And a lot of it is because, number one, you've been overeating for a reason. Do you have, issues that you're dealing with mentally that you find food comforting? Are you eating food because you're bored? Are you eating food because you keep eating the wrong things? It keeps triggering you to eat the other wrong things. That's how I feel about carbs. If I eat carbs, I crave more carbs, or I crave food all the way around. It's definitely a trigger drug for me, or at least I should say it is my body sees it as a drug. It feels like a drug. It craves it like a drug. So when someone, like a doctor, tells me that's all because aging, it's not always because of aging. It could be what you're putting in your body. And sometimes you gain weight because of what you're putting in your body. And you think you're putting in the right things, and you're not, because it's causing other reactions. That might have been like a really roundabout way of coming back to this, but get to know you, okay? And if you're got these kind of questions, don't stop asking them until you get the right doctor or the right help to give you the answers that you need to solve that. Okay? Let's see. Is there really anything? Oh, this one I found very interesting, and this is going to be it. So I really appreciate you tuning in and staying this long, because this was, again, about coffee and not about so much caffeine. It says, my friend ups the nutrition of her baked goods with coffee flour. Should I try it too? Yes, by dehydrating and grinding the coffee cherry, the fruit that surrounds the coffee bean. Good for you coffee flour tastes like slightly tart cocoa powder. Okay? You can use it to add flavor and nutrients like iron, potassium, calcium, fiber, and vitamin A to pancakes, muffins, and other baked goods. We recommend replacing 2 to 4 tablespoons out of every cup of regular flour in your recipe with coffee flour. In your recipe, doing so will more than double the satiety boosting perks of your finished treat. Sorry, I can't say that word very well. Coffee flour also earns raves for the way it reduces food waste. The coffee cherry is usually discarded during the coffee bean harvest, but turning into flour means it's consumed instead. You can find it online in healthy food stores or in grocery stores. We like using it in richly flavored baked treats like brownies and coffee cake. I thought that one was kind of interesting because you don't hear really of anything other than coffee, the coffee bean. You don't hear of what else they do with it. So that's one way of, taking the plant to all its potential. All right, that's all I'm really going to share on this right now. Y'all, I don't know how much I can tell you how much I appreciate you being here. I'm just trying to take you on my journey so that you can maybe learn a few things that will be helpful for you. And if you have any ideas, anything you'd like to see someone like myself do on a video, a subject, a food, a product, something like that, I'm taking you on this journey so that you can help me and I can help you. That's what life should be about. We should share. We should share in our happiness. We should share in our sorrows. And we definitely should share in our experiences and our information. Again, I'm no expert, but I so appreciate you tuning in. And I so appreciate you going on this journey with me. I love every one of you. And I'm spreading love because enough of that other hate thing is being spread around. I don't like it. So I'm spreading love. Here is my heart. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please make sure that you hit that red subscribe button, turn on that bell so that you'll see more of these videos when I do make them, because my plan is to make them 3 times a week for you. Right now I'm doing Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. I might change my Tuesday to Wednesday just so that I can keep it as right, so that you have help and ideas and coverage all week. Thanks again, guys. Take care. Have an awesome week, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.